Hello, I'm WaffleStick. Welcome back to our BuildCraft series. We are currently on episode 2, and I must say, I'm really excited about coming back and doing some cool stuff here on this world. I have been thinking about it all day, what we could do all kinds of little bits and bobs. I'm gonna make my way back over to the house because, well, it's getting quite dark out here. Don't want to get stuck and get ravaged by zombies. That would be really bad, but let's go ahead and get in here so we could sleep. Oh, there we go. Very beautiful starter home. I love the way this has turned out. We have done so much work in episode 1 and it has really paid off. It feels like an instant home. Everything feels really nice. But right now we are working on a mining system, which I will show you here in a moment. Let's go and grab that water source. And I've been thinking perhaps using some of the spruce and oak together, kind of like I did on the other side, but in a little bit more of a uniform fashion. It's not going to be as tattered as the other area, because you would imagine people would be using the mines more over here if it were someone just to move in, you know. But yeah, this is kind of what I got so far. I still got to do the 2x2 entrance and also an overhead design, which I haven't fully figured out what I want to do yet. We could do some cool stuff. I was also contemplating on removing just a couple of blocks here and there to make this look a little bit more erratic. There we go. Let's just leave that one and we can take this one off. You know, just something of that sort. Yeah, that looks 10 times better when you do that. And I had this idea of continuing my cobblestone fence design that I was using in the other area. So if we were to make a crafting table here, we could do a fence and then have our cobblestone fence like that, and then just kind of pop this in random. Oops, that's not a fence. Take that down. And just popping it in just random places, not necessarily in a uniform fashion. Maybe even just 2 like that would be fine enough. And doing the same on the other side to make this look slightly tattered, but not fully. But I'm just going to do this off camera, some work on this so we can have a nice entrance, because I really want to get a head start on that mining session. A little bit of work has went into our mining system. We do have somewhat of a entrance there, and the sporadic block placement looks pretty cool. I like how it has turned out. It's kind of tattered, but not too bad like it has been in some recent use. But continuing on, looks like we're going to have to go through the painstaking effort of going down to diamond level, which is level 11. I usually like to mine on. And we need to go back over to base and grab some of those pork chops. And it looks like our vines are finally growing in. Oh, that makes me feel so good. I came to the bottom of my mine shaft staircase. As of right now, we're not very far in, just a few blocks. You can actually see the daylight right now. And yeah, is that a zombie with a sword? It is, with an iron sword, which is really strange. I wouldn't think zombies spawn this early with swords, but maybe I was totally wrong about that. There's some coal pieces down there, which we got some torches we need to probably make use of just to kind of help our sanity out. He's just looking up at me. He's like, hey, I dare you, bro. Just come down here. Oh, well, time to get into the mix of things, I suppose. There we go. Wish it was kind of like, there, I'm just going to light up the area there. Oh, he's got an enchant and a gold sword. No, it's an iron sword. Well, guess that works. Okay, I'm starting to see some very precious materials. We got lapis ore, which is very nice. Is there possibly some coal? Yeah, there's some coal back here. I had fought some creepers and zombies, if that didn't give it away. And we're pretty far down. I didn't expect this cavern system to come this far to precious ore. Well, guess we should start that mining time lapse now. Well, I suppose I'd call that a miniature mining session. We didn't go crazy, we didn't get a bunch of stuff. I just wanted to get the bare essentials so that we would have some materials to work with, but that looks pretty cool from over here. Maybe conflicts with the gray a little bit. But before we get lost in our own builds, I want to take a look at what we got for my mining session. It's all in this chest, so let's take a look and see what we got. In total, we got 7 diamonds, a stack and a half of iron, which is excellent. I usually don't get that much iron. It's really nice to have some leeway with that. Some gold, a bunch of redstone, which we could use more, and also lapis and coal. And when you're used to Fortune 3, it's really kind of hard to get used to getting that minimum of resources. Here I am, like, coming back like, oh, yeah, I got a little bit less than what I thought I had, but hey, that's the way of things until we do get set up on this series. But let's continue with another project, beginning an actual project that may relate to the series, depending on how many resources I must use. And that is slightly concerning. Oh, it's because I'm on the cobblestone fence. Interesting mechanic. Okay, I just died, unfortunately. And it is getting really close to being dark. I really should have brought a bed with me. I've got to collect some of the sand. We're over here in a desert I had seen on the way over to my base, which is over that way, not too far. But yeah, I died under this oil field. This goes down into the ground, into a big open cavern system that has a huge amount of oil source blocks. And you can just continuously keep pumping that out of the ground with BuildCraft. Just thought I'd let you know what that is and how that operates. I just thought I'd go down there and explore it, and that was a mistake because I drowned. You could use torches, but I'm just not very fast with it. I seem to always forget. Now we just gotta collect some sand. I gotta be very careful because it's super dangerous in the desert at night. And that way we can make some pipes. I want to make a water pump, or a pump, to take out the oil fill next to my base. Make some kind of oil transportation system so that we can have it for reserve and use it for our BuildCraft mechanisms. Oh, I'm stupid. I am so stupid. So, you know how I said I was in the oil spring and I died under there? Well, I got every item back except for my diamond pick, and I had to just make a new one just now. Oh, it was heart dropping. At this level in Minecraft, at this stage, before you do get all of your stuff, diamonds are super precious until you get Fortune 3. But I do not have a Fortune 3, and diamonds are very scarce, so it was really saddening to see when I got back. Hey, you gotta craft a new diamond pick, but we are currently working on some stuff. You may have noticed right here in my inventory that I do have all of these things on the right hand side. This is a mod called Just Enough Items, which shows you all the crafting recipes. So if we were to go to what I'm working on this episode, which is some pipe sealant, we should be able to find it pretty soon, or some pipes, it doesn't matter. Here it is. So this is pipe sealant. This is what we're working on. We could click on that and see the crafting recipe for it. So that's the whole reason I have this over here, so that we can see the crafting recipes of things. And BuildCraft is excellent. Looks like we're missing some textures with some stuff. That's not good. Okay, I wonder if these have been, like, not implemented for 1.11. I don't know for sure. I'll have to look at that to make sure we can fix that. But over here, we are working on smelting some glass so that we can have some stuff. We are also working on some cactus green right here so that we can make this into pipe sealant, which is right here. This makes it into waterproof piping so you can transport liquids. Let's go ahead and make some more of that. And what we're going to be doing is pulling this oil spring right here and getting the fuel from that and trying to transport it over here with some pipes, some liquid pipes. You have to craft what's called a pump, which goes on top of that right up here. And it will go down into the oil reserve, into the oil spring, and take out all the source blocks. So it's a very handy thing to have if you are needing fuel. I just gotta wait for the rest of this to smelt up and sit here and sleep for a while, try to get past all of this. And we should be able to get over there, make a water pump, bring that over here to some kind of storage system that we're going to be making this episode. And we should be good for fuel. I should have saved some cacti. That's what I get. I need to make a cactus farm over here. Oh, let's grab that. Don't want to ditch all of my pipes, but we got a bunch of pipes for item transportation right here. If we need to use these, and you just use pipe sealant with pipes. And this is a very cheap thing. You can make 8 of these pipes with 2 cobblestone and a glass in the center. You could do different types of pipes, like there is diamond pipes, you have stone pipes, wooden pipes, all of that. But I don't think we'll need any more of this glass of right now. We have our water pump. We have our redstone engines to power it. And I believe we got some redstone to make some redstone torches to supply those redstone engines with power. So I'll show you how it works here in a moment. It's very simple how it works. We'll just come over here and get started on it. It's slightly concerning how many zombies have iron swords in this world. I don't know if it's the BuildCraft mod that's doing it. I'm not sure. But we are over here at this oil spring. I have put my pump right here. This is the pump that we crafted. And what we need to do is make some power sources for this pump to work. So I've got to place a couple of blocks like that, put a what's called a redstone engine right there. So once this is initiated by power, by taking a block and then breaking this, we're going to take a redstone torch and place it right there. This is going to power the pump, which we don't need right now because there's no pipes or anything connected anywhere. This should stop. And we're going to do this on all 3 sides to give it a little bit more power. So just kind of putting our cobblestone like this and breaking it and putting our redstone engine with a redstone torch on this block on each side. This will create a lot of power. And I didn't want to do that. But the spring will slowly start deteriorating and dissipating, and it will eventually get to the point where there will be no more spring, but it might be massive down there. I've seen springs really massive and more than enough for a whole world, but then some are smaller, like the one I had seen over near the desert. So continuing with this, we will just go ahead and put in those redstone engines, and then we will make some kind of transportation system over there with these fluid pipes. All right, our oil is pumping in. Seems like there's quite a bit coming through the pipes right here. If we were to go back here, that should start seeing it in our tank very, very soon. There it is, just a little bit, like a micro amount in there right now, because those redstone engines aren't like super powerful. You need something a little bit bigger. But it is slowly filling up. This thing should be filled if we continue to pump this from our redstone engines. It'll go slightly slow, but it's going kind of fast right now for some redstone engines. Okay, that might give us a lot of oil. So I'm going to go back over there, make up some kind of redstone contraptions so that I can shut this off. I've got to be able to shut off this pump so that my redstone engines will not blow up. And the idea behind it is you pump out a well until it is dry, and then you just go to a new one. So let me go back over there, trying to think of some kind of redstone contraption, and we will be able to shut it all off in one click. I'm going to pinpoint some of the things I have done off camera. I ended up getting lost and doing a bunch of stuff, so here is some more decor that we've done on the base. I've made a walkway around our water area here, just so everything is at easy access, and that bat has been floating around forever. He has been in the vicinity, I think, since the end of episode 1. Oh, I wish that bat would go away. I need to go over and kill him or find a bow and try to shoot him. But yes, we are over here next to our old storage. We have went over to the desert. We have collected a bunch of sand. That way we could smelt it up and make it into some tanks. Because these tanks are relatively cheap. As long as you can get the oil into them, that's all that really matters. It's not necessarily that it's really expensive, but every one of these take glass, 8 glass, so it's kind of like chests. Here is a cactus farm hooked into an item transportation system that goes into this chest here. We have 30 cacti in there, very lovely. And I'm just going to show you what this looks like real quick. If we were to just remove a couple of these slabs like that, this is the item transportation system we use. It's relatively simple. I love BuildCraft for this. You can do some cool stuff with BuildCraft. It will be pumped into this item slot and then into our chest. So if we were to go ahead and take some cacti out of here and then toss one in so that it goes into the storage system, you will see that it is pumped and put into this chest. If it, yeah, there it goes. It just took just a short minute. Let's go ahead and block that up, and then we're going to go over and take a look at our oil pump and what I've done with some redstone and the shut-off system, which it is currently shut off because our storage system is completely full. If we were to go out here, I had done some really cheap redstone work with some cobblestone and redstone torches and redstone dust to make this shut-off system with a lever, which this is all going to be removed in time because, well, the whole reserve only goes so far. If we were to go down here, I don't have any torches. This is probably a bad idea. Yeah, this is a really bad idea. I shouldn't go down there. Yeah, I'll get some torches. We'll go down there before the episode's up. But we can flick this lever, and as you can see, all the torches turn off. And now the engines are cooling off. I think those were getting hot. Those might have been getting hot. Because whenever they change colors, then I think that is the state of their being. And since they have nothing to work on, they will begin overheating. That's how redstone engines work. So if they overheat enough, they will blow up. Slightly concerning, isn't it? We will check out the oil reserve at some point. We'll go down in there. I'm not really sure how many people are familiar with BuildCraft on my channel, but I think that's going to be about it for this episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy watching. We did get our oil system and the storage system all in place. It's actually over there. I'm out here looking for some villages. But we will be getting back to BuildCraft next episode. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in a video later down the road.